Hello, everyone, and welcome to Gemma's Window. If you have followed the calculations in the box below and determined you're a power year number 2, then you're at the right place, twos. Hi, and welcome. It's October 2020, and if you're a power year number 2, it means you are in the month of 3 for October. Let's review those numbers, twos, and we're going to do that while I shuffle our cards for our first reading. So, if you're in the year of 2, it's a big year for relationships. It can be a year where you salvage a relationship or make a commitment. It can be a year where you let a relationship go because you've decided that that's the right thing to do for you. 2 is about being a peacemaker in any kind of situation, or you having a challenge with a situation and trying to learn how to get along and be a team player. It can be about surprise events happening. It can be about increasing your family. I do want to remind you when I pull these cards that all of these words are for you, even if you landed on 2 by mistake and you miscalculated your power year number. It's all for you. The whole reading is for you. So let's take a look at our 2s who have a job right now, and what can we expect from the workplace 2s? Oh, I didn't go over the month of 3, did I? So when you're in this month of 3, in my opinion, 3 brings drama. You can be causing the drama can be coming to you, but it does bring drama. It's meant to be peaceful. It's meant to be more fun. So you might luck out and that happens to you too. It's a great month for if you are in the theater or do any kind of presenting. You will have the opportunity and the backing of the universe for that to go well for you too. It's a month where you might be criticized or you might do the critiquing. Now, when I'm looking at our 2s, for those of you who are working, there is a conflict of a, well, I say this and they say that, and why are things getting mixed up? But you're coming from the Wheel of Fortune card, which is a card that generally means good luck, and it means that random events may happen at work. They may have already happened and fallen into your lap where you're like, how the heck did this happen? I always tell the truth. I always try to do what's right. And then I get caught in this conundrum of some kind. Or it can be happening in this month of October and it hasn't happened yet. But the point of the Wheel of Fortune card is that your ancestors are saying, we're with you. We're making these weird things happen so that you get pushed toward the direction you're meant to go. Because where you're going is with my Ace of Pentacles card, and that is the recreation of self card. So it does look like you have some drama. It does look like you have a month of 3, and the conflict card that I've pulled for you is also a 3. There's one too many person in the equation causing some kind of issue where you may just say, you know what, if this person's a part of this deal, I'm going to look for something else. It may be something along those lines for you too, where you say this was nice while it lasted, it was great. Or maybe you've never rocked the boat before and you said, you know what, so-and-so owes me a favor, I'm going to go to them, I'm going to tell them exactly how I feel about this troublemaker, and try to recreate this situation and make it better for everybody concerned, including myself, even if it's just myself, because that's what I choose to do. So it does look like there's some kind of ruffling of feathers for you 2s in this month of October. Now let's take a look at those of you who are looking for work in this month of 3, and let's see what we get. And just a reminder to you that it doesn't matter when the words are said, 2s. This could fit, these descriptions could fit your romantic life, whereas your romantic life descriptions could fit your job. All the words are for you. If they make uncanny sense, use it. Okay, twos. We're taking a look for those of you looking for work. So it looks to me like you've been hanging and hanging and hanging, and part of the issue can be is that you have standards. There's many teachers out there who have, this is just an example, who have given their notice or taken a leave of absence or retired early because they don't want to go back with the COVID situation going on. And yet you're waiting for something to work out. So what I'm getting at is it's not that you did something wrong by taking care of yourself. It's that because you're not going with the flow that somebody else suggests, it's turned into maybe a more bumpy ride where you have standards, you have issues that, you know, if I want to travel an hour, sure, I could take that part-time job, but it's too far. That doesn't mean you're wrong for not taking it. It's just that you've drawn a line in the sand. It shows here by the hangman that you've got some kind of boundaries that you've created for yourself. And there's a long delay, and that adds to the delay of waiting for something to work out. Now, it looks to me like, let's see if I can explain this, that either an offer has come to you, twos, or it comes to you again in October. So there's something that you read, a phone call or an email that you receive, something that you hear where you're like, huh, that's out there again. And it shows here that this is the month for you to go back, and approach that offer and try to tweak it again and try to make it work, okay? That is the reading here for you twos, it specifically. So, to make it maybe a little bit more general is that if you're just, you know, if you're looking for work, is that there is something out there for you to see or you to hear about and for you to pursue. So take a chance and go ahead and pursue it. You're in this beautiful year of two where you can convince somebody, where you might be surprised that they say, well, you know, you're not really right for this, but you might be right for that. So there are or is something you're going to hear about that you should take a shot on. Okay, twos? Let's take a look at romance, twos. Okay, so you know that I've already told you two can be a make it or break it year for a relationship. So let's take a look at what we've got. Let's take a look at twos who are in a romantic relationship, and then we're going to take a look at twos who are looking for a romantic relationship. And let's see. In this month of October 2020, here we go. Okay, what's going on here, twos? Again, that 3 brings drama. It's interesting because I have a couple of cards that indicate whether you should approach someone. We just had that card. That's a different deck. We just had that for business. Now we have in our romance deck, which is a completely different deck, the card of let them come and approach you. It can also mean sometimes you approaching them, but the point is that somebody is approaching somebody. It's the year of 2. It's the year of communication. It's the year of peacemaking and smoothing out and learning to work with others, and it's a month of drama for you. So there's a lot of communication is what I'm seeing going on. So what I have here for those of you who have broken off a relationship or taken a pause, or you're separate and you're not together enough and you're not happy about that, it shows that there's going to be another chit chat about how things are going. And it's more of a suggestion, because now I'm using clairvoyance to pick up the energy from the card for most of you. And I feel like the suggestion is that they're going to come back to you and present to you perhaps an alternative or what they would like to see happen, or it may be a suggestion for you to wait a little longer and let them come around. You know, as long as you have told someone clearly what you want, that's really what you can do. If you haven't been clear and you expect them just to know, that's another situation. Then this card might be saying to you of, well, be fair and contact them and let them know. Again, have another sit down or another phone call or whatever. Then let them come back to you with their answer. So there is a chance that some of you have broken up. I have the separation card, and it may just be because of the circumstances that you're separated. Okay, twos. So that is what we have for you in October 2020. I want to take a look at those of you twos who are looking for a relationship. Now, these words may also fit those of you who are in a relationship. So don't, if you have the time, don't fast forward. Okay, we have the perfect partnership card here. That's a nice way to start. But it's another 3 card. So let's see what we have around it. See that 3? Oh, there's another 3. Exactly what I was just going to say. That 3 for me in my decks is about, it can mean that love triangle, or it can mean that job getting in the way. And so for those of you looking for love that are a power year number 2, I have this perfect partnership card, but I feel like it's after some work, because it comes after the 3 of Pentacles card, where there are like 3 offers on the table for you or someone else. So that can mean that they're coming from a place of seeing other people. It can be from you're coming from a place of seeing other people. And in this month of October, you actually decide you just want to see one person, or they just decide they want to see you. Coming into play is where you get very hard on yourself, because you've got 3 equals drama. You've got 2 3 cards here, and you've got the month of 3. And you're going into a judgmental time on yourself, where there happens to be 3 goblins looking over the clouds, pointing swords at you, where you feel like, why is all this going wrong? And why are all these people picking on me? And what did I do? Why is everybody judging me? Coming up. So the suggestion, 3 is the biggest communicating number going. It means that you've got to be crystal clear in your communications when you're talking to people online, or when you meet them out, or when someone says they want to set you up with somebody. You're not going to get away with anything this month. You have to lay it on the line that, I'm still seeing so-and-so, but I'm open to seeing so-and-so, because we're not committing to each other. It's just that kind of a month for you. That's not something that I would always suggest, because it's not always appropriate. You don't owe everybody a life explanation if you've never met them before, or what have you, or you're going on your first date. But those of you who are in this kind of predicament will know that this reading is for you and what I'm talking about here, because you are not going to get away with diddly this month. So be very clear about what your intentions are. Okay, twos, let's move on to any question that you have, any question at all. And let's see what's the best outcome we can get for you, okay? The best outcome in October 2020 for our twos. Okay, for any question that they have. Let's see what we have. Okay. The feeling that I have here, it's a little bit like one thing we've already gotten. One thing is that you can only ask and you can only suggest what you want. The rest is up to you. So whatever your question is, it looks to me like you've either presented it already, or you're going to present what you want, you're going to put it out there, and then you're going to take off. You're going to take off from either thinking about it, worrying about it, doing anything about it for the month of October, or completely shutting the door on it and saying, I gave them time, I put it out there, I'm not hearing back, I gotta move forward. It can be that. You come to a card where you're very happy with that decision. So the decision that you make to handle the dragging on response that you've been waiting for from someone, whether you haven't gotten the response or you do finally get it, the decision, if you decide to just accept it or move away from it because you haven't gotten it, you're going to like your decision. Whatever scenario is applicable to you, if you walk away from it and just take it, you're going to be more comfortable than being left hanging for a longer period of time. And, you know, let's stretch this. Let's really stretch this and say that you've been calling a doctor and they haven't been calling you back. And you needed advice to know whether to move on with a situation or not. You decide, say, that, well, they're not going to call me back. So I'm going to use the information that I have, and I've just got to let go and move on and do what I think is best about the procedure or my future. And that it works out. You really do find that you have enough knowledge. You really didn't need that opinion anyway. That's what the cards are suggesting. Thank you, Twos. Thank you for joining Jemma's Window. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and jump onto my website if you'd like to get a hold of me or for any further information. Thanks so much, Twos. See you next month. Bye for now.